So what do I have here? As the women like to say, boys and their toys. DJI OSMO Action camera. Of course, if you buy a camera, you got to buy accessories. We're going to open these up and play with them. Coming up. I'm Roger, welcome to the shop, and DJI OSMO Action camera. Why did I get one? Did I need it? Well, yes and no. What I really liked about it was the forward-facing screen and the D-warp. I've been using, this is a cam pack, and it's cheap and it's adequate, but it gives you that fisheye look all the time that you can't take out, and it does do 4K. Well, at least they say it's 4K. I don't know. From what I use it for with some of these videos, it doesn't need to be 4K. But there's also no option for an external microphone, and the audio in this is, well, it's okay, but it's not great, and it requires a lot of putzing with and post. So, decided to get the DJI OSMO, and going to unbox it here, going to put it together. I'm going to show you how I rig, or at least how I'm going to rig this for what I'm going to be using it for. I know there's a lot of videos out there on different ways people rig them up and do cinematic stuff. I'm not really, I guess I don't really have the talent to do all that cinematic stuff, and that's not what my intention is. So we got flies. Of course, as they say, time's fun when you're having flies. Okay, let me get some of this stuff opened up. Go over a little bit of what I got here before I open everything up. This here is the DJI OSMO Action camera. That's the main thing, and as I mentioned in the intro, if you buy this, you got to have accessories. So there's the camera. Of course, you got to have a memory card, 128 gig card. Screen protector for the lens and screen. Tempered glass, and yes, I'm a believer in those. Microphone adapter, made for the DJI OSMO by Sinova. And for a microphone, I'm using, instead of the Rode Wireless Mini, whatever they call it, I'm using the Movo VXR10. I had one before, it worked just fine. It doesn't work fine if you drop it in the water though. That kind of ruins it. So got a new one here. PG-Y-Tech extension pole tripod mini, and we'll go over some of the features of that, and I'll show you what I've been using in the past. And of course, PG-Y-Tech carry case, put all this stuff in so I can kind of keep track of it. Small rig cage. I like the small rig products. I actually have a small rig cage on my GH5 that I'm shooting this with. And of course, got to have extra batteries. So battery charger set, 3 batteries in the charger. So I'm going to get all this unboxed, and I know I'm going to have to go get my phone, put the app on it, to even be able to use this. That's one of the disadvantages, is you can't use this camera until you register it on the app. I don't know why that is. It seems kind of hokey, but that's the way it is, and I'm not worried about somebody stealing pictures of me cutting a board or standing on the beach. So not worried about the security thing, but just one of them things. So get all this set up, and we'll be back. So before I put all this stuff together, I'll give you a few highlights of what some of these items are, what comes with them. Of course, there's the camera, and it comes with a couple different little mounts. What I do like is the battery comes in a nice little plastic case, and on the battery set, it also comes in a nice plastic case. Got the cable in there, a little charger, and I'm going to get these set up and charging because I'm sure they're going to need it. And the cage, small rig. It's just aluminum, it's not plastic. And yes, it is made to work with a microphone adapter. I made sure of that before I bought it. And I wanted a nice metal cage. And what this comes with a couple screws, a couple Allen wrenches, and a little bracket that you can mount on the bottom here to use like with a GoPro mount, or you can use the 1/4 20 holes in the bottom, which is probably what I'm going to be using. This is also aluminum, this little mount. This is not plastic, so it's good and rugged. The PG-Tech combination tripod, boom, whatever. Haven't played with it too much yet, but it extends. Of course, when I have the thing on the end, I have this much extension. Now, I'll show you what I used to use. Actually, I may still use this from time to time. This is called the monopod. No real brand name on it, but it really extends. I mean, if you want to get out there and get away from yourself, this will do it. It'll be way out there. Kind of compare the length there. But for what I do and what I will be doing, I don't vlog much, but this should be just fine, and I'll be taking this on some trips and that. So there's a huge comparison there. This is what I used before. Weight-wise, they're about the same. This you cannot use as a tripod. There's no tripod legs on it. But it does have a 1/4-20 thread in the bottom if you wanted to mount it on a tripod. Yeah. So anyway, that's what I used to use there. So the getting back to this setup here, the glass protectors, they come with alcohol wipes, microfiber cloth, all the different parts, pieces. So we'll be good to go there. Microphone comes with a dead cat on it, and what I like about this is it doesn't fall off easy. One of the other mics I had, if you tilted the camera wrong, the dead cat would fall off. And yes, this furry thing is called a dead cat. I didn't name it, that's what it's called. And if you're new to this and don't understand what that's for, if you're out in the wind, this cuts down on the wind noise. And this also comes with shock mounts that go into a cold shoe, or they're also threaded if you wanted to thread it on something. And of course, it comes with a cable, and oh, it's got a snack pack in there, right? Oh, do not eat. Well, I guess I can't have a snack. So, in a little carry bag, so it's all good there. The carry case also comes with a little snack pack in it, and a PG-Tech sticker. I got a few of them now. And you could configure how you want to set everything up with these little Velcro deals, and I'll be playing with that later once I get everything here set up. That's a little bit of overview of the parts and pieces here so far. I just need to get everything set up, and I will also mention there's a book that comes with the DJI OSMO. Rather thick. I thought, oh boy, I got some instructions there. Maybe if some highlights, I'll go grab a beer and sit in a chair and have a look at it. Well, there's no instructions there. It's all safety things and stuff you don't want to do, and you know, legalese and disclaimers and that kind of stuff in umpteen different languages, so really kind of worthless. But I think I could figure this out okay. And there's a lot of online stuff. I'm not going to repeat what everybody else has already done on how to set it up. I may brush over it once I get things going here and get things kind of set up and do some test videos, but I'm not going to be the DJI OSMO expert on how to film with it. So, need to get some things set up here. Okay, so here's how I have it rigged up. And I found, and the same thing holds true with the Rode Video Micro, is when you have the dead cat on, that's this furry thing, if you don't do something to pull it back a little bit, it will appear in the field of view. And people have come up with a lot of different solutions. My wife suggested something that was actually very simple and pretty much free: a rubber band. So I've got a rubber band around the back of the microphone, and then I wrapped it around the well, tripod, stand, selfie stick, whatever you want to call it. And this works out well for a little tripod. Fold that down. And I can extend this out and twist this to turn it. So I'm going to go make a little test here when I be heading up to the renovation house. Got some work to do up there. Supposed to be meeting the utility company, although it is raining. So I'm going to head up there and we're going to see how it works out. So one of the things I wanted to do with this new DJI OSMO Action camera was do a little bit of test footage and find out how well it worked indoors. Of course, I always want to do some stuff outdoors, but with it raining this hard, not going to do that. So I am at the renovation house, which is subject of a whole playlist of videos. that I have up on my channel here, and I'm actually standing in the dining room just using the lighting that's in the room here, which is a ceiling light up there with a fan on it. We'll see how that fan blade looks at 4K at 24 frames per second. Might be interesting. But just walking around in here and using this is doing a little bit of test footage, testing out the audio on here. Seems to be working pretty well. Of course, this renovation house is not part of this video series. Just a little bit of test on the DJI OSMO here and how well it works, how well the audio is, and how well it works indoors. There's a big TV set behind me there. The granddaughter and her family are just moving in here, so it's highly disorganized. But another one of them fans, we'll see how that one looks. Always interesting. And got a little shadow going on me here because this is not ideal lighting. But as I said, it's just a little bit of a test. Wanted to see how this worked. I wanted to see how well the Rocksteady worked. I wanted to see how well the dewarping works. So this is a good place to try it out. Now I'll get back to the shop here and we'll talk about this some more. Okay, well, things didn't quite go as planned as far as checking this out. Yes, it is waterproof, and it's raining. Was raining. Actually, it's still raining. And I didn't really want to go roaming around outside too much in the rain. Not worried so much about the camera getting wet, but me getting wet. Don't need it. So you got to see a little bit there of some stuff on the inside. And I won't know how that looks until I get into downloading this and processing it. But this was mostly inside photos and inside video. I shouldn't say photos, I didn't take any photos. Inside video. And got to do a little bit of outside video there between rain showers, and then I took it out into the garage where it's really dim and dark to see how it would do in low light. And some of that you won't see here because you couldn't really see anything. The light was so low. But this is not really made for low light situations. And I didn't want to crank the ISO way up or I'd end up with a really, what I call dirty video with a lot of noise in it, so didn't want that. Anyway, so that's how I set up my DJI OSMO for the things I do and will be doing with it. And I'll be taking this on some trips here later this winter. It's a lot easier than taking my big Lumix GH5, which is what I'm shooting on right now. And yes, it does do superior video, but for some of the traveling around and down on the beach and that kind of things, this is going to fit the bill. So if you got anything out of this, appreciate getting a thumbs up. Always helps the channel. Oh, what did all this cost? Camera's $200. How much you want to spend on accessories and extra batteries and SD cards and stands and all that kind of stuff? My total investment was $469 with tax. All the stuff came from Amazon. So there's the cost. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one.